Hi guys, how you doing? Back for another Monday video. If you're new to this channel, if you can help with this, we'd really appreciate it. And don't forget guys, there's also this one, the Facebook page. You're more than willing to join this one. So as I said, if you're new to this channel, of course, I'm Gav from Gav's Journey to Weight Loss. Today, I'm going to be looking at this one right here. Is the Mounjaro journey life-changing? I've been asked this question so many times. In fact, it's probably the most popular question I've ever been asked. At the beginning, I said, no, I didn't think it was. Towards the middle of my journey, I thought, yeah, possibly. Yeah, I agree with you. But now, definitely. Now, this is a bit of an unusual video, not something I'd normally put together, but just wanted to share with you some images. So, now the weather has improved in the UK. It's that time of the year we've got to get out into the garden, tidy everything up. You look into your garden, you're like, I can't even believe it's in this state. It's like I never even went out there last year. So it was time to get out there with the better weather and challenge it. Now I'm going to show you some images. They're not the best of quality. They've all come off my security cameras because clearly I couldn't be filming myself while I was doing these chores. So has it been life-changing? So let me run through what I mean by this. So first of all, this is me in the front garden on my hands and knees. The first thing I do is go down through the garden, taking all the weeds out the grass. There wasn't that many, but more than there ever would be. Then I would work over to this side of the garden here, and you can see where I am taking the weeds out the borders right down through, and that took a good hour, to be quite honest with you, because it was just an absolute mess. You know, there's no plants in there yet. It's too early in the UK to be putting plants in, but I'll have all plants down both sides as well, looking lovely towards the end. And then after that, it was time to cut the grass on that. So that took me a good 2 hours, believe it or not. It doesn't look a great deal there, but it did, believe me. And then obviously it moved on to the back garden, which is even bigger. So this is me doing the weeds in the back garden. Again, like I always describe myself is the scene from How I Shrunk the Kids, where he's trying to find the kids in the grass. I just, on my hands and knees, up and down the grass, taking every weed out that I possibly can. So that's what I did there. Then obviously there was borders down both sides of the garden. It goes around the back of the garage there as well. There's loads of it. So I would do that as well, and then obviously then again cut the grass. And normally that would be a full day's work, which it was, and that would be a struggle. Sometimes I'll just do the front and the back and whatever back in the old Gav days, but I managed to do all that no problem. Yes, it was hard work, but getting up and down off that garden was just so much easier than it's ever been before. And I kept saying to myself, am I done yet? Am I done yet? Am I tired? Am I tired? Because I was waiting for this bit where I'm like, I can't do no more. But it was just so easy. I kept going. It was the strangest feeling ever, if I'm honest with you, because that used to be a day's job and I would be completely done. You know? But then moving on from that, the next job that had to be done was to paint this one. Every year that gets a paint, both sides. To be honest with you, it could do being renewed in the next couple of years, but it's still loading up, so I always give that a treatment every year. So that in itself would be a day job to me. It used to take me hours. So I'd go down to one side, have a break, go down the other side, and I remember one year I actually did one side at one day and the other side the another day. I was exhausted. But I managed to do that, and there's also another gate a little bit further on the other side of the garage as well that needs to be done as well. So that again would be a job in itself. No, that all got done and completed, and then I'm like, well, what have I got to do now? What else have I got to do? What else have I got to do? Oh yeah, bring the car around. So you can probably see again, this is from the CTV, so it's not the best of images, but then I got the car around, gave it an hoover, polished it inside, give it a good wash, polish on the outside, and yeah, so all them jobs which would normally take over. Well, the car washing would be one week, maybe on a Saturday. The fence would be planned in for another week, and then the garden would be planned in for another week. Then I put up some brackets for some new hanging baskets as well. And it was just kind of like, where is all this energy coming from? Now, I knew I wouldn't really understand how I would cope in the sun, and how I'd cope with doing chores like that until we could obviously get out there, because obviously I took the injection in July. It didn't really kick in properly, you know, losing the weight till say August, September time. So then we were into winter, and when it took till now for the weather to improve in the UK. So I never really knew when it came back to doing my outside chores how I would get on and what I would feel like in doing it. But whoa. So is it life changing? Definitely. You know, moving on my way now to 6 stone. to take that weight off and then be able to do all these chores with ease. And it was an absolute pleasure to be out there. Before it wasn't pleasure, it was just these jobs have to be done, and they were a struggle. Trying to get up and down off that garden was just a nightmare. Sometimes I'd even had to find a wall to support to get me up, and I'm like, I can't be feeling like this in my 40s. It's just ridiculous. You know, things have to change. So all the money I've spent on the injection, all the hard work I've done with the gym, and all the healthy eating I've done all over the winter is paid off big time. Couldn't believe it. And it's an unusual video, guys. I've not done a video like this before, but it's just trying to explain to you in different ways of taking the injection how it changes us, and how it's not just about looking good and losing weight and whatever. Obviously, yes, it brought down my blood pressure massively as well. I had early signs of diabetes. That's now faded. So it's a multiple thing. You know, it's not just about looking good. Yeah, life changing massively. And as I say, I'm far from finished yet. I'd like to try and lose, if possibly, another 6 stone on this journey. So I'm far from done yet. But yeah, just want to share you some of those images. Sorry, they're not the best of me on my knees doing the garden and cutting the grass. Only got me little scrubs on there, and that t-shirt I'm wearing in those images is one of my old t-shirts. So that was a 5XL. I'm now down to a 2XL in most clothes now. So it was far too big for me. So it doesn't do me any favours in any of them photographs, but it's just something you wear to do the gardening with. Obviously, I was going to get the fence paint all over it and whatever. So that's what I put on. But yeah, so just as I say, guys, just want to share that with you, how different it's made me feel. And I couldn't believe I could get all them jobs done and still have energy left, whereas they used to be a job each day or each weekend, and I got a lot done. Absolutely, yeah, blown away by it. So that's all it was for this video, guys. Trying to find different ways of showing you how the weight loss and the medication is changing my life completely. All right, I will be back on Monday with another video. No, sorry, on Friday. This Friday, sorry, with another video. All right, until then, take care of yourselves, look after everybody around you, and together we'll make this world a better place. Oh, and don't forget again, guys, this Facebook page right here. If you haven't joined it yet, why haven't you joined it? Please do. Please do. Everybody in there are absolutely amazing. Taking care of each other and really helping each other on the journey. So I'll say it again, as I always say, take care of yourselves, look after everybody around you, and together we'll make this world a better place. You know, I love you guys. See ya.